Make sure everybody can hear in their little phones.
I can hear in my little phone.
This mic, you got to talk into the top and not the side.
Okay.
And
We've been holding them.
On this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's great.
Great.
That looks great.
Cool.
And it's shooting right at you, so you won't look like a hunched over goblin.
Yeah, that's why we've been avoiding being like this.
Yeah, that's what
my posture is so bad. This podcast has been so bad for my self-esteem.
People have been very mean to me on the internet in a way that I do not like. And just because I housed a donut in front of a star.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough putting yourself out there.
It's so hard to like post anything
on
Instagram or like TikTok. The second it leaves your followers.
Yeah.
Open season.
Well, not physically. Physically, it's very easy to post it. You just slam that button.
Can we raise these or no?
I mean, no, there's no thing in there.
Not. Okay.
You're just going to have to...
We've just been holding them.
I just think...
it's like too heavy to hold, right?
I think I could do... It's so fucking...
Yeah, it's not good. I'm sorry.
Content creators
that's
are
a little bit closer, though.
It's a little better. I feel better.
Yeah, look at that.
It feels better. It sounds better.
That's
no
great.
one's graphically eating a donut.
Sam is smarter than us.
Alyssa pointed out in the clip where I'm eating the donut, it's not even raising a donut to my mouth. I'm bending all the way over like a bear approaching a salmon and just putting the whole thing in there. And that's on camera now, the way I would want it to be.
I feel like kind of immature, but the YouTube comment saying that you look like you're giving a blowjob to Dan Licata is one of the funniest things I've ever read. It made me very happy. And it made me feel dumb that I liked it that much.
Well...
Do you not hear that, Sam?
I do. Have we been recording?
Yeah.
This whole thing was just recording. Yeah, this part.
Oh, man. I thought we were just talking about how we eat.
It seems so natural. It probably felt that way to you.
Effortless.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just what the professional world looks like.
But guess what? You're on Quorators.
Quorators.
You want to intro it?
Let's say it at the same time. The show where we ask, what is Quora?
Quora? Look at that. That's really good. We've never done that before.
That's right.
Can I try?
Yeah. At the same time?
With you.
Okay. You want to count it down?
3, 2, on my tempo. 4, 3, 2, 1.
What
is Quora? I thought we were doing the whole thing. We got to move on from that. Let's just do the show and no one will notice. Hey, everybody. What the fuck is up?
Not much. My name is Jeremy. We're here with Alex and Sam Ruddy. Sam, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. I am, guys, I'm doing fine. Things aren't so
that's
hot
great.
for me. But for the most part, I'm all right.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you guys good?
We're okay, I think.
I ate 2 pieces of pizza pretty fast, but I could have had 3 pieces of pizza, and that would have really slowed me down for the podcast.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I ate 1, and I'm feeling a little slow.
Yeah. The thing is, it's really good pizza. So there is a moment before you podcast where you're like, maybe it's not that important if the podcast is good.
This is also part of the podcast, to be clear.
Maybe.
This might sound like it's not recording.
No, we just want to be
Like
as honest as
you're gonna
possible.
run a mile.
But I sweat. Every time I finish a podcast episode, I'm doing like 6 of these a week. I'm sweating. My clothes are drenched through.
This is such relatable content.
I'm seeing black on the edges of my vision.
This lamp is kind of hot.
Yeah, that's by design.
Hot lamp.
Hot lamp. It's only a good show with a hot lamp. So Sam, you're a famous stand-up in New York City. How are you feeling about the coming up of Thanksgiving, that holiday we love once a year?
Oh, I can't wait.
I can't either.
I really enjoy it. I'm a big stuffing person. I love it. I can't get enough of it. And I don't eat it any other time of year.
That's true.
Just like I don't watch the movie A Christmas Story any other time but Christmas.
Except Thanksgiving. Stuffing, and maybe this is wrong to say, I believe the reason we don't eat it the rest of the year is it's a bad food and it's bad and we're all fooling ourselves. Your thoughts?
Get out.
Okay. This is my house and I
don't
believe
care.
you live here now.
Squatters.
The rules of the conqueror. Yeah, but with Thanksgiving coming up, I mean, we always ask this question.
Sure, yeah. What's
you
up?
don't even know what it is yet.
I think you're going to ask Sam if you've been on Quora before.
Yeah, have you been on Quora?
Oh, yeah.
You were right. I don't know why I'm giving you such a hard time.
Like you literally asked the same question.
Do you know
every time.
Quora?
I know Quora.
Well, I mean, it would be a little bad if you didn't, but it really wouldn't matter too much.
It wouldn't, but no, we're intimately familiar.
Okay,
I
cool.
spent some time on Quora in college.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I went
Experimenting.
To school. Yeah, I went to school for tech, so I would just not know how to do my homework.
They would just show you Quora and be like, don't do this. Don't make a website like this.
I would just be like, why doesn't this work?
And Quora gave you like good answers?
No,
Okay.
but I kept doing it.
I was getting nervous that you were going to use Quora's responses in your tech homework.
Why doesn't this work? Here's my cousin, Smithy Khan. He was once caught stealing from CVS. Still think it's cool to have bad code?
Also, you forgot a semicolon.
Yeah, the Quora is very split up between people telling a story that's unrelated to the question and people being very mean about what the question was.
Yeah.
Which is okay to do because a large portion of the users, and I think I can say this legally, are pedophiles. And so if they got to get smacked down online, they have to be smacked down online.
It's for the best.
It's for the best. Now, we did a lot of medical questions last week.
Yeah.
So we're going
we
to try to
did.
veer away from that. We have one recurring segment on this show,
Right.
which is we ask, at the end of the show, we ask a Quora as a group, and then the next week we like see what the answers are.
Oh.
Which is easier said than done because the website is a train wreck and it's very unclear where your stuff goes.
Nothing throws me into a rage more than when I am not logged into Quora, which is
Yep.
constantly. I've never logged in, and I go to look at a second question, and
Yeah.
it makes you like make an account. It just
Yeah.
it makes me want to just find out where Quora is headquarters and write them a stern letter.
Write them a stern letter about it, which they would
post it
surely
on
read.
Quora.
Yeah.
We had Dan Yang on here a few weeks ago, and he said he had like 8 Quora accounts, and it was like, there's no reason to do that. Any luck this
Yeah,
week,
so this is our
Jeremy?
question from last week. If you listen to it or if you know who Dan Licata is, you can probably guess that he wrote this. And the question is, if you have a doctor you do not respect, like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers, do you still have to call them doctor?
And I've been waiting on answers from this. There's a thin line. This is part of it is if they think it's a joke, they're not going to answer the question. But
Right.
if there's enough of an actual question, then people will, with great authority, then respond and instruct you.
And you're both your parents are doctors, right?
That's right. So they could have answered this.
And if you didn't respect them, would you call them doctor?
I always do.
Do you call them Dr. Mom and Dr. Dad?
Dr. Father, Dr. Mother.
Informal, I like it.
It would
Dr.
be a
Daddy.
bit casual to say Dr. Mom. Dr. Daddy. Am I in trouble, Dr. Daddy?
Daddy MD.
Oh no, my phone plan. I'm in trouble with Dr. Daddy because I use too many datas.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
And you respect him. That's why you
I
call him
respect
that.
him so much.
Okay, so we have one answer from PK Powell. Who
Fat
is
bastard is my father.
This is a former business consultant. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Consultant,
we'll just
I
start
said.
over again. It's probably best if we just scrap the whole thing. But
First of all, former consultant.
Former business consultant and
Consultant is
advocate.
what people do
Yeah.
after they've done something.
Yeah, you don't need to retire from that.
No. That's
It's-
what retired people
you
do.
do
fake
if
job.
you're not allowed to do it anymore.
What did he do?
You can no longer consult.
CEO of Enron.
Well, let's see what his answer was.
The answer probably is you don't call them anything but just avoid them. Quote, once you've had fat, you never go back.
What?
Is this a response to to the question?
Yes, this is a response
Do you
to
call
our
a
question.
doctor you don't respect doctor? Like Fat Bastard.
Such as
Once
Fat
you
Bastard.
go fat, you don't go back.
Who is not a doctor in that movie, I don't think.
No,
How did they misread?
this nonsense.
Tell me we got another one.
That's the only one.
No!
It's got 67 views, though, so that's pretty big
That's
in the
up
Quora
there.
world.
How
It's a
humiliating
movie theater.
that they've never seen Austin Powers.
I know. Oh, behave. That's what I'd tell them. Okay, that's it for that.
Oh my God. Have you guys seen, sorry, I'm getting off track.
Please.
Have you guys seen
We
the-
don't do that here.
Oh,
Sam,
great.
please.
Have you guys seen the Austin Powers episode of This Fool?
No.
No.
It's like one of the funniest things I've ever watched.
What is it?
Is he in it?
No.
Oh, behave. Just kidding.
This Fool's it's a sitcom on Hulu. But there's
heard it's good.
It's
I've never heard of
great.
it.
It's excellent, and there's a really great episode that's just completely centered around Austin Powers, and I highly recommend it.
That's great. Probably one of the
I'm gonna
best
definitely
Austin
check that
Powers things since like the second Austin Powers movie.
Yeah. Is it unpopular to like the third Austin Powers the most?
It's extremely no.
Because it's the first one you saw because you're so young.
Yep, I had that.
Yeah.
This
We're
happened
too
to me.
young people. Oh my God.
This is
it's just
relatable
like me.
content. Put that on TikTok.
It's me watching the third Austin Powers first.
I watched Wayne's World first. I'm a Wayne's World guy.
I don't even know how to talk to you anymore.
They're not
disrespect
linear.
you give
No,
me.
that's how it goes. He becomes. There's a theory that I read on Quora that he becomes Austin Powers.
Oh, that's not true.
No, sorry.
That must be the one thing on Quora that's not true. Oh, well, it's Thanksgiving, so I
Yeah.
suppose I'll let you off easy.
Do you want to read some Thanksgiving Quoras?
Yeah, we found some really good Thanksgiving cores for you. I don't know if you have any precious memories of Thanksgiving, or I don't know. What do you think? Thanksgiving, good or bad?
I'm pretty neutral on a lot. I swear to God, Alex, I'll slap that on your head.
For the audio listener, I put my mic up to her mic.
This
and
is-
it was a little joke.
This is two pizzas, Alex.
Don't talk to me after I've had my pizzas.
You're cut off, buddy. Ew, oh God, don't make that noise. It's in
Yeah,
my
I'm sorry. I'm not
headphones,
eating
and
this
now
week, guys.
my
I
brain.
really am not doing it. Okay, so what do you think of Thanksgiving?
I just feel like your mom now.
No.
I'm just like, get that
Dr.
out of my
Mother.
face. Stop talking like that.
It's Thanksgiving.
You'd crush that riddle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? No.
Oh, who was the doctor? It was a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to yell after any question I don't understand. The doctor was a woman.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, because, kind of.
Do we have to explain that? People know this riddle. Do you know this
So
riddle?
the riddle is doctor
a-
goes
Oh,
into
no,
the.
I've heard.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I can't operate on this
Yeah.
boy.
It's
I'm
my
Dr.
son.
Mommy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm his doctor mother.
Okay, well, if you don't know it, hopefully from what just happened, you can piece together what the riddle is.
Just Google it.
Just Google it. I'm not here to instruct you that way.
Is it messed up if I like the third riddle better than the original?
No, some riddles, each one's better than the last.
There you go.
That's what I said. Oh, one time as a fun COVID thing, you know how you had to have those family Zooms over COVID just to
Yeah.
be like,
Sure,
you're part
yeah.
of a clan.
Yeah.
You must survive. We had a really long, awkward one. I think this was on my 29th birthday, and there was just too many people in the Zoom for there to be a conversation. You know what it was? And so I eventually sidelined the whole thing by requesting. Actually, I had my brother do it because it was my birthday. I was like, "Hey, everyone, what if we all told riddles?" And then
Okay.
one by one, they thought it was all super weird, but I made my brother do one first, and then they were like, "Oh, I actually do know a riddle," and it became a riddle-telling story time, and it's a very nice memory I have.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, fine.
My family Zoom story is my friend's cousin started dating Jim Jeffries during COVID. So Jim Jeffries was just in all of their family Zooms, like
That's-
bored in the background.
Very strange.
Yeah.
That rules.
I wish I could do an impression of Jim Jeffries, but I don't know what he
Australian
sounds like or the
comedian.
things he says. Is he one of the really offensive ones?
I think maybe he started out as offensive, but now he's kind of like a
He's a family
politics
man?
guy,
Oh, yeah.
right?
I don't know anything about Jim Jeffries.
Am I saying the wrong name?
I
The
know he had a
Australian
show.
guy.
Kate Willett, our friend,
Uh-huh.
Sure.
friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod. she hasn't
Friend-
been on it, but she's
friend-
a close friend.
Friend of the you.
Friend of the Alex and the me. She was a correspondent. He had a political show.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
His big bit was about gun control. It went super viral. This is really engaging content.
You know what? He's actually part of Jeremy's family, so it's really
it was
good
not
to hear
my
that.
family.
No, he is. We didn't tell you this, but Jim Jeffries and your mom.
I would love that. That would be my dad has no career in comedy. So if Jim Jeffries fucked my mom and I could also be a correspondent on his show, that would be amazing for me.
I don't know
you
if
take
I would
his
let.
last name as a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, that's fine. Who cares?
Yeah, this is Jeremy Jeffries.
That'd be. I would make up a fake Australian accent if that's what I needed to do.
Give me your best. Just swing for it right now.
Melba.
All right, okay. All right. Say
I'm
this
from-
is Quora Raiders.
This is Quorators.
All right,
That's not the worst.
I mean, that's I mean, Jim Jeffries is your dad, so I gotta like you.
Yeah, I will cancel you.
I have television connections. I don't remember what our question was.
Yeah, let me read this question.
Yeah, read the Quora question.
How should I respond to Happy Thanksgiving since I don't celebrate it because it's pagan?
Oh.
Is
How do
is
I
it
respond
pagan?
to the question Happy Thanksgiving?
Merry Christmas. There you go.
People don't want to say Happy Thanksgiving anymore because of the liberal left.
Sure, the critical race
Oh
theory.
my God. Did you guys go to Starbucks yet this month? There's not even a turkey on the cup.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
They're taking the turkey out of Thanksgiving.
It's all about Jesus
All
now.
about Christ.
And if there was one on it, there wouldn't be any stuffing. Man,
Stuffing is good. I will die on this hill.
most people think it, so it's it's a crowded hill. It's a hill full
It's
of
a
everyone
World
but
War
me.
One hill.
Must be nice being on that hill, not me down in the valley.
What's your Thanksgiving
Yeah, what do
food?
you like?
My Thanksgiving food is I like the turkey with the gravy.
Do you like cranberry sauce?
Yeah, folks with cranberries.
Cranberry sauce is garbage.
Don't like it?
It looks like
Damn.
it's like shaped like a can.
It's
you just
like
know
an
you're eating
acceptable-
dog food.
Yeah.
I only like dry ass Thanksgiving food. I like to choke through Thanksgiving.
Well, Sam, that's not very healthy. What would you do if I told you Happy Thanksgiving, knowing it's a pagan holiday?
Well, I guess I would internalize that and think about it for the rest of my life.
See, you're actually doing better than the author of the question. So I found this one on the train earlier, and the thread is full of people kind of yelling at
Yeah,
them.
this guy's really mad.
Kind
this
of
guy,
just-
friendly atheist is his
Keep
job.
it to yourself is a big part of it.
Oh, his job is listed as friendly atheist.
Yeah.
He's like how Spider-Man is, but for like...
He has a
Atheism.
signature on his post as if he's like on a forum or something that says, "This answer is being posted to an atheist space. Any religious comments will be treated as disinformation.
God damn.
Also note that Quora is a question and answer site, not a debate site. Any comments that don't address an aspect of this answer will be deleted."
Oh my God.
This guy's really upset.
Do not tell Happy Thanksgiving to this gentleman. You've entered his zone of logic.
Your friendly neighborhood atheist
Yeah.
kills me.
Yeah.
Just swinging through New York being like, there's nothing. We're here, then nothing.
We did this together.
No!
That's just water. It's okay.
This is a video podcast. This is huge for us.
Oh!
Knocking things over and yelling no is always very funny.
We
though.
should milk it and just
Yeah.
have me like slip on the one.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
I'm so sorry, Alex. It's all over the cords.
That's
it's all
okay.
over my cords.
Oh my God.
My pants.
No, yeah, it's fine to be on pants. Do you actually want a towel or something? It's not a big deal.
I want to die.
Okay.
No, I think I'll
It's
be
still
all right.
being recorded, so I can like take it out and stuff.
I think I'll be okay. I'll be all right. No, we should keep it. Except
all
for
right.
the loud parts.
We're gonna leave all that in.
We'll edit it in post.
I think it's great.
Did you find a good answer on there?
Other than this guy who said, "So you don't celebrate Thanksgiving because it's pagan," with like 16 exclamation points.
No, that's kind of the good one. The other ones are like, it's not a pagan holiday. It's a national holiday. There's nothing pagan about it. Nobody worshipped Thanksgiving as like a bountiful spirit
it's just
or anything like that.
It's not. The Pilgrims were Christian.
It's just a general misunderstanding of the question. And this does get into something that we're going to have to grapple with for the length of our show, which is how many of these people are fucking with us on purpose? Like,
Probably
how many
a
of these
decent
are
amount.
real questions?
They're all Dan Licata.
We were talking about this earlier that like there's a Reddit subreddit that's called like insane people on Quora or whatever, and all of the posts are just people being like, "This fucking idiot is all posted this," and every one of them is like almost like a knock joke level of joke. Like
Yeah.
it's so obviously not.
It's like,
person.
can you believe someone posted this? And the question's
Yeah.
like, how do I molest my son?
One of them was like, if someone goes to your funeral, should you then go to theirs? Is it rude to not go to theirs? And someone was like, idiot alert. You know,
Yeah.
that's not possible. It's like, all right, man.
Impossible.
Your friendly neighborhood atheist is like, you can't do that because you'll
Yeah.
be dead and there's nothing.
Yeah, your friendly neighborhood atheist is one of the biggest users on the website.
Yeah. He swings in to stop like like a mugging, and he's like, "Don't worry, if he shoots you, hell isn't real."
You'll feel nothing.
Also,
Nothing
you
ever
feel
again.
free to shoot it.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Morality is fake.
Somebody jack me off.
Yeah, that's his other thing. He has a public humiliation fetish.
He also doesn't believe in like
Oh my
crime.
God.
He's a bad Spider-Man.
It's unrelated.
There is so much fetish stuff on Quora.
Yeah, there is.
It's like, do you not have Pornhub?
There's a
Like,
huge incest thing going on there.
And yeah, what I guess I don't understand is so like if you're on Quora instead of a porn site to do porn stuff,
yeah.
you're there in theory for community building. Do you know what I mean? Like you're there to be part of like a porn experience with others.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But
I
you're
don't know.
not disclosing.
Yeah.
That's why. So it's like a weird exhibitionist slash
Yeah.
like it's like when people get on there and they're like, oh, tell me about the funniest time
Yes.
when someone looked at your feet and your feet were gross and it was humiliating.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
Yeah.
seen a bunch of those that are like, like what's the worst thing to happen when you're like not wearing any clothes or
Yeah.
whatever? It's just like, can't you just like imagine it or something? Like, why are you?
why do you have to enlist people on this website?
What button you press in? Oh, that the gunshot? That's a new
I was waiting
sound
for
effect.
a really good one. I got new sound effects this week.
Yeah. Well, do you want to intro any of them, or do you want to just?
Well, I would just like to add to this discussion that I saw a long one earlier, and Core Rangers is kind of like a clean podcast, like a family podcast, so I'm not going to do the whole thing. But the question
You sent
was...
me, when I was on the train, a screenshot of Quora that had a photo of a coming penis.
It was not a photo.
Sorry,
it was
it was a
a
diagram.
illustration, which is why it was so strange.
I opened it on the subway.
It's an anatomical illustration that's just like, what fluids does your body need? And then a penis shooting cum. But anyway, this is a family podcast, which is why I was so disgusted that I found another post earlier that was just like, what's it like getting nodded? And I was like, nodded? I don't know what that means. And it means getting fucked by a dog. And this guy wrote like an essay
Oh my
about
God.
how much he likes getting fucked by a dog in ways. And he's like, and I do it while I'm house sitting, so they never know it's me. They think we're just taking walks when really I'm getting nodded out. And it was like
Do you think it was
4
real?
to 5 paragraphs. No, I don't think it's real. It was written like it was like, I can't believe this happened to me. There I was with a Great Dane. My friends, I told him I'd never betray his trust, but there he was with his sexy paws. And anyway, yeah, so I think people make up answers and then write them in.
Well, I'm glad we got to that conclusion.
I know I had to get somewhat blue to get there, but it is something I saw on the train.
I like that when I click the notification on your account, it's all ghost questions.
Yeah, I have found my favorite spot on the website, but I need to explore other parts for our podcast.
Like, I don't think we should
Figuring
dig
out
into this,
Quora
but
is-
you got a notification that was like, somebody asked, do ghosts sometimes try to help people they're haunting? And it's like, yeah, that
Yeah,
does seem
they-
like it's for Alex.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
I have the strongest opinions about the ghost ones. And I see you tempting me, but it's Thanksgiving. I won't go over. I won't go
Sorry,
over. We
yeah,
have to
yeah.
learn about pilgrims and turkeys.
I'll say that someone did answer saying yes.
All right.
You want to read another?
Now that's a tiger roar. Is that too long?
It's really hard.
That's long.
Well, you can latch it, so you can just start.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Can we go Tiger into Austin Powers?
It's on a different board. It's gonna be a whole thing.
God.
Sorry.
Can I get anything?
You can do.
We can do a moo into Austin Powers.
You can do Moon of the Austin
No.
Powers or Tiger
Oh,
Roar
listen.
into gunshots.
It's not what I asked for.
Tiger got shot.
That's it for old Tiger. No more of your antics. Well, let's read another Thanksgiving
Sure,
Quora.
yeah. You want me to read it or you want to read it?
Give me another one. I got to get in the
Okay.
zone here. By the zone, I mean the Google Doc where I put all the Quoras.
Well, let me ask you this. Do Turkish people get offended when they know their country's name, parentheses, turkey, means a bird species and poultry whose meat is eaten on Thanksgiving Day?
So I picked this one mostly because it's written like a Quora, which
Yeah.
is just like a sentence that's 60 words long. It doesn't
Right.
elucidate anything. But it's also a question I've always wanted to know.
Yeah. Do you
Which
think people
is,
really
do people
care?
from Turkey fucking hate that bird? That's how I
They'd
would
probably
write
like it. I would like the bird if I was from Turkey.
This is our proud
I'd be like,
national
that's
bird."
us.
Oh, it's just like me for real.
Yeah, I'm like doing hand things all the time,
gobble,
drawing feathers.
Wobble and gobble, wobble and gobble.
I'd be gobbling like crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be more.
I was like, no one remix that.
Yeah, I'm actually not going to talk.
I'm just laughing at the eyes you made after saying I be goblin like crazy. Like, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I just want to let that sit. The microphones are so heavy.
They're not meant to be held is the thing.
That's why Alex has been lifting.
I'm started preparing to hold the microphone more.
So aware of how weak I am. Trying to do this podcast about Quora.
You got to go Howard Stern
Podcasting's
mode.
very hard. As we've said, it's scary to post stuff. The mics are heavy. Sometimes you drop water.
They remix how you be goblin.
Podcasters are braver than the troops.
I've always said that. Okay, so do they hate this? Do they hate turkey?
I've never
Turkey?
heard of any Turks being offended by the name turkey applied to the big bird, which makes me think of Big Bird.
It was kind of my hope that someone would say yes. I didn't see any of those in the answer.
I like this. It says, I'm sure many of them know about it. Like,
Yeah, it's always one of the hardest things to break to a Turkish person. Be like, hey, I didn't want to upset you, but I have some birds you need to see.
I don't know if you've heard of bowling. One guy from Turkey says he doesn't mind it, if that helps.
Okay, yeah, that answers my question.
Why would you log on to say something neutral? That's not what Quora's
Yeah,
for.
I don't know. That's not what any of the internet's for.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I'm so bad at the internet is I always just want to say like, oh, no, probably not. You know, I bet they're not angry about it.
And this guy's an engineer. Almost all of his answers are about engineering. And he logged on to be like, turkey's fine.
It doesn't
Who
make me mad.
cares? And apparently like the word for Egypt in Turkish is also corn. Huh.
Oh, I bet
Wow.
they hate that.
Yeah, I bet they fucking hate that shit.
That's got to enrage them to no end.
I also like this other guy says, in Turkey, we don't speak English. We speak Turkish.
Owned.
So, yeah, fair enough.
Wrecked and
Fair.
owned. Okay, that also goes on for like 25 more seconds.
He said, speak Turkish or go home.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you
man.
got roasted when you said El Mao
I
on the
know.
podcast recently.
And I've been trying really hard not to
So was
say
that
it.
you just actually, you don't say LMAO or whatever?
No, I genuinely say El Mao out loud because every time I read it, I go, ha, El Mao.
El Mao.
But it's also something no one has ever said
It
out
does
loud.
sound like Spanish for the Mao.
Yeah, it is as well. And I'm fluent in Spanish, but no, I'm trying very hard
Are
to
you fluent in
stop saying
Spanish?
it. No.
Oh, okay. I was like genuinely really impressed.
I really didn't want to walk into that one. I just need to be honest for the rest of the show, which is going to be a first for me. So you found a good one about jam here.
Sure.
Oh, okay. So this is more of a... So as we decided, Thanksgiving is not a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not a Christian holiday. It's
Sure.
not a Jewish holiday, I don't think.
A little bit. No.
It's a little bit. And
It's an American holiday, no?
it's something for all Americans. But I thought, kind of in the spirit of holidays and mysticism, we could answer this question, which is, if God didn't exist, how do atheists explain who told Adam and Eve not to eat the forbidden fruit?
Fuck. He
Yeah.
got us, dude.
Checkmate, atheists.
Where's the fucking friendly atheist?
I saw a longer one about, like, what if they barbecued the snake instead of eating the fruit?
That's got to be
But
a
that
bit.
seemed, it looked deleted, and like also no one answered it, so I couldn't find it.
That's the best when you see a question, you're like kind of curious, and then you see no one has
No, I'm a dumbass. That was a bait. That was the equivalent of saying El Mao out loud to yourself over and over again on a recording.
The top answer is just someone like carefully explaining why that question doesn't make sense.
Well, no, but it does make sense.
Does it?
Okay, well, if you follow, so in order, you'd have to believe Adam and Eve are real, like they're like historical figures like Lincoln
Sure.
that we have like recordings of and stuff.
I mean, the question is essentially like, if Harry Potter's not real, then who killed Voldemort?
Well, that may be true, Jeremy. But I thought maybe there'd be some good stuff in here, and I was wrong.
No, I think it's a great question, but the logic doesn't make sense, does
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
It
does
doesn't. It doesn't.
I think that's what's funny about it.
It is in many ways. The Bible is a text we can all go back to.
Well, I'll tell you what, if God's not real,
Uh-huh.
who told Adam and Steve to be gay?
Yeah, there's no one who's
That
like,
would
it is
eliminate-
Adam and Steve.
That would eliminate the character of gay God. Comes in and is like, by the way, Steve, you're both gay. I bet you thought you were roommates with Adam. That couldn't be farther from the truth.
Steve is a good biblical name.
Did we talk about on here how the penis bone was like
We did a whole episode about this.
metaphor for the rib.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Again, I'm just doing a lot of these podcasts, folks. Really blacking out where I've had these long, stupid discussions.
No, that's very reasonable. If you could have really talked about that on any podcast.
Okay, this answer really clearly spells it out, which is easy. There never was an Adam and Eve. The tree was metaphorical, and the whole ordeal in Eden never happened.
Whoa.
That explains why God doesn't exist and didn't require a lot of effort on my part.
Oh, what a dick.
Damn, dude.
Paul Myers, former animator studying Japanese anime fan.
You're getting ethered by anime fans on Quora. Oh, my God.
Now I'm just dying at someone who's like, no, God's not real. So they go through all the trouble to prove that Adam and Eve did not exist instead of Jesus.
There's been no fossil findings. Explain it. No one's found Eve's ceramic pot.
Where's the snake?
Eve also invented pottery.
Did she? Is that a thing?
Yeah, she ate that fruit and then just pottery.
Damn, that's cool.
It's like one of the first texts you get in civilization, founded by Eve.
That's pretty good. Good for her.
Okay, I found one more Thanksgiving one. I don't know. Are you just feeling the Thanksgiving mood? Because we have other topics we could explore.
I would love nothing more than to talk about whatever you boys want.
You don't have huge opinions on what we should talk about?
Come into your home. You gave me a piece of pizza. I knocked a glass onto your floor like a cat.
Which I did not clean
All right,
up,
I got
by
one.
the way.
I got one.
Oh, okay.
This is from Linda Buck, and she's a former retired after
Linda
years as a
Buck.
headhunter. Oh, yeah. You want to see a picture of her? I can show you.
Is
if
she
you
a
want.
headhunter?
Yeah.
Big buck
I
hunter.
could use a head.
Oh, well, she doesn't do it anymore, so. And the question is, what's it like to live over 80 years old? And Linda says, what's up?
Oh, I don't know. Are you asking me? Or
Yeah, well, what do you think?
I
I mean, she has an answer,
I
to be
bet
clear.
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, you think it's good?
I think it's like bad.
Yeah.
I've seen people say like I'd rather be dead than over 80 years old, but then I've also seen people who are 80 years old with like full functioning bodies who are just like, I guess you just don't have to do it like those other people do.
Linda is right in the middle of those two people.
Let's see it, Linda.
Oh,
It is
so
a little
she's
frustrating,
nuanced,
she
which
says.
is rare.
Yeah, exactly. For an 80-year-old.
Part Sam,
ugh.
part Alex.
Usually they're just like racism or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean for Quora.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same
That
thing.
too. It's pretty much the same exact vibe. Linda says, it's a little frustrating. I am 82, female, and have the mindset of a 30-year-old. I don't look my age, but facts don't lie. I had an embarrassing thing happen
It's Ben
recently.
Shapiro.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
I
I'm
am
not
80
30.
years old.
I am 80 years old. I think my sister's cute. Am I?
Here's something they don't want you to know. I served in Korea. I've been a valuable member of the American punditry class since 1975.
Oh my God.
They're pretty good, Ben Shapiro.
That's good.
Thanks. You just talk fast and then act small.
Yeah.
Talk fast, act small is like an amazing motto for a company.
I'm also writing a rap about Ben Shapiro. I didn't want to bring it up, but then... Okay, what's it say?
A very nice musician came up to me at a karaoke coffee shop. We had fun and laughed for about an hour. The subject of age came up, and he was 49. I volunteered that I am 82. I finally showed him my driver's license. Then he got embarrassed and passed it off okay. I still feel like I can skateboard, but common sense tells me I can't. For me, at least.
Only one way to find out. You got to do
Linda.
it.
And then she says, for me, at least, my body has aged faster than my spirit, and I find it frustrating. That has 4.5 million views.
I love her,
Yeah, she sounds great.
and I
So
want
brave.
to meet her.
I feel like she wanted to hook up with this 49-year-old.
Oh, she
It did.
absolutely
See,
did.
she showed him her driver's license.
He was like, man, let me make sure you're legal.
Yeah.
What do you miss? 17? How'd you get in here?
But he got scared. He bailed.
He bailed. He was afraid of becoming part of the ages.
That's garbage.
Yeah.
I will have sex with Linda.
Yeah, no, right? I mean, just for the story, if anything. She sounds like a great person. She's
No.
a skateboarding 82-year-old.
No, she's not a skateboarder.
I'm in love with her.
You've named the one thing she is not.
Linda, if you're out there,
I can show you a photo of her.
I'm down bad.
I have gathered from like anecdotal experience that those are the kind of 80-year-olds who be listening to Quora podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Like I could see her finding some.
Pull up her picture on the iPad. We can show
Let's
Sam.
get that up.
I hope that she watches the pod.
Oh, yeah, I'm
because
sure she will.
I made piercing eye contact with the camera, and I still am.
This is under Probably Quormance.
Quoromance.
It's the
like
it's
Quora.
the last one on Quoromance.
Like Quora, but Quoromance.
I don't need to see what she looks like.
No, you don't want to
know. We
know?
can love at first sight this thing.
Yeah. We could get into some of these Quoromance questions.
Sure.
So here, let me do the formal intro here.
These two before this are two I found on Reddit. I think are probably jokes, but I want to believe that they're real questions.
Okay, and Quoromance.
Do you want me to read any of these?
I hope we find love today.
These are two that have no, they're just questions.
Oh, nice.
So this question is, I caught my son eating a bowl of strawberries. That's a gay fruit. Does this mean he is gay? How do I confront him?
Well, that's a good question.
The question is not, are strawberries a gay fruit? That was
That's
probably
established.
that was from another Quora.
We're going in with a lot of.
Given strawberries are gay, how do I tell my son he is gay?
What do I do about this as a loving parent? They're like not homophobic. They're just like,
Yeah.
I want to support him now that I saw him eating a bowl of strawberries.
Yeah, now that I know he's gay because of his fruit preference, yeah, I think 100% this is made up, but also I want to live in the world where it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I feel about both of these.
Yeah. Are there any answers?
There's a lot of answers that are like, are you on drugs?
Yeah, that's and this is where we get into is not everyone has that investigative spirit that we're bringing to the website.
Right.
They're just very mean to people who put stupid questions.
Curiosity is a dead art.
It's so sad. I don't know what would be a food you could see your son eating where you could maybe have this conversation with them. I'm trying to think.
Any food.
No, well, I'm just saying if it had to be a food.
Hot dog.
That's the one from Superbad, right? Where and this is a goofy thing, but in Superbad he keeps drawing penis
Jeremy's
shaped
talking about
food.
his favorite.
Have you guys seen the movie
Superbad.
The Hangover?
Yeah, they're the best times. Yeah, have you guys ever seen like? Fuck, I couldn't think of a movie fast enough.
Anchorman.
You guys fuck with Anchorman?
But I'm Ron Burgundy.
Milk was a bad choice.
Those are all good. I love saying all those quotes.
Yeah.
They make me laugh.
They make you El Mao?
They make me El Mao to this very day. Something I didn't know about when that film came out because it hadn't entered the lexicon yet. Okay, let's do another Quoromance.
Okay, this is the other one I'm pretty sure is fake, but someone posted it and people are like, you can't post this on Quora. It says,
No, stop!
this is not allowed.
A citizen's arrest.
Okay, so this is many of the Jewish girls I went to high school with were well endowed.
Is in the question, by the way.
Sorry. Does kosher diet lead to a larger breasts? The thing that makes this feel a little real is that he wrote a larger breast.
No, this does feel real to me. I could see somebody asking this.
And all of the comments are just like, no.
If you take the milk out of diets, it puts the milk into titties.
The fakest thing about this is the fact that there's no way this isn't a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Many of the girls I went to high school with, no.
Yeah.
I'm excited to soon go to high school with. They were well endowed.
I could feel him winking.
It's like we're in on this against women, which I don't approve of.
You know what? I'm going to choose to believe that it is a young girl who wants to have bigger boobs and is like, what if I just start eating kosher food?
Oh my God, I'm so sexist.
I need.
Yeah,
I assumed this was a boy.
It's a girl.
It,
yeah.
like most posts on here, reeks of horny boy. But
The doctor was a woman.
The doctor was a woman.
the horny boy was a girl.
The horny boy, actually a girl.
Yeah, man, it's crazy about titties. Yeah, people on the post seem to think that it's fake too, but I don't know. This seems like a genuine question to me.
This is real. This is so specific.
Oh wait, their name is Rabbi Porkowitz.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
The fact that they would.
That's not a real name.
And they got us.
First of all, that's no rabbi.
Yeah, and like,
See your certificate.
if you went to Ellis Island, they would just make it pork. They wouldn't keep the owits.
You're David Pork now. Welcome to the country.
That's bad. That seems like a bad person.
Well, guess what? We're out of here. You're off Quarators, Rabbi Porkowitz.
You've been denied.
You thought you had it all going on. Well, that couldn't be farther from the case. Okay, so we had these two on the one with Tim Platt, and we didn't get around to them because they made Tim uncomfortable, but it is a question I wanted to explore.
I don't want to. If Tim noped, I'm noping.
Tim noped all the questions.
Oh, did he nope all them?
He noped all the questions.
Can I nope at any point?
You could open it.
Yeah, please do.
And
don't make
is-
us read these horrifying questions to you if you don't want to.
This is just, we're just going to ask the question and then see what I need to find out what the answers are. Why is it that many women find it difficult to submit to headship of their husbands? That's on Quora.
Tim did not want to do it. And I understand.
It doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just a really weird question.
So what does that mean?
I think it's like it's like pre-modern in terms of verbiage.
It's trad.
Yeah.
Like the head of the
It's
husband's
like-
the head of the house.
It's like from the 1700s.
Yeah.
It's very
okay,
strange.
Okay.
Like in terms of like you make your own laws in your house.
Right. So this question isn't quite asking why do people not want to submit to the headship. It's
They
why do they
find
find
it difficult. Like they're just like, oh,
They're
it's so
this is the thing
hard.
that should be happening. That's the tone of the question of that. This is the reality.
I'm
Why
trying to
doesn't
submit
anyone
headship.
Accept it.
It doesn't make any sense. The top answer is from a guy who's explaining it through the Bible and how the Bible is
It's
actually
not a
woke.
guy.
Oh, Laura Baybird, you were correct.
Whoa, too sexist on this podcast.
I don't even think.
Couple of sexists.
You know what? Whatever. I can't read. There. It's come out on episode 11. Yeah, so it says in Ephesians 5 that actually there is no headship of the house. Checkmate, atheists.
This one person wrote an answer that's like, there's nothing good has grown from one person seeking dominion and control over another, which I thought was a
They
pretty
all
sweet
go
message.
way back with word use.
But this person then
your
says-
dominion use is wrong.
But they're like, there's nothing good comes from this. But then at the end they say, you don't need a relationship to have subordinates in your life. That's a role for staff. It's like,
Oh my
whoa.
God. It's a website for bosses.
Yeah, it's like,
It's a place where bosses can feel at home.
yeah.
Your wife is a queen who is your equal.
Yeah.
Your intern? Go ahead.
Make them eat shit.
They can do nothing against you. It's in the Bible.
They have no power.
This one, I think more than the last one, does feel like a troll question. Like, I don't think you would genuinely ask this here. It depends on... So I can't tell if the website works in terms of, like, sub-quoras in a way where, like, yeah, I'm posting this to headship questions.
Sure.
I think...
There are some subquoras.
Yeah.
Is subcore? Are you guys saying subcora as a pun?
We're saying it as a joke on like subreddit.
Subreddit.
Oh.
Yeah, like a mini folder.
I thought you guys were making like a dominant submissive joke.
Yeah, we're in the Dom Quora.
I was like, yeah, did you guys just connect on this and completely like...
We've been spending a lot of time together.
No, I think you were just saying it like a subreddit,
Yeah.
which could be a Dom thing. I don't know.
It could be.
That's maybe where that came
For the
from.
homepage of
A
Reddit,
Dom
it's a Dom thing.
Yeah.
Dom Reddit. It's just like all contractors.
Okay, I found this one on the train. I didn't know what category to put this in, but I will be hitting
honey.
to ask
Okay.
this question, but in a way where I don't necessarily approve of what it is, which is why is spanking teenagers bad?
This is first of all messed up. First of all, this is bad.
I'd like to reiterate, I did not write any of these questions at home. These are all written by community users like you.
This person has such a weird. Do you see this person's job that they've put?
Spanks till 24 by stepdad.
Yeah, this is fetish.
Yeah.
This is a fetish thing.
Yeah. Once you put step in there,
No,
it's,
That's not the
from
question author.
Yeah.
From the question,
It's
I can
not
tell
though. This is
was.
the answer. This is the answer by Taylor, who is answering the question and says it's not. So I could see you being like a fetish person and then be like, no, do it.
This is absolutely. I think you're right that this is fully a fetish person.
Spank,
think so?
no one
And-
spanked by their stepdad till they were 24.
I will say this person.
What if you were bad when you were 23?
to tie this into our last question, this person's bio on Quora is husband-led household.
Yeah, this is someone. This is someone with a kink who is
Yeah.
acting it out in bad ways for the community as a whole.
What I think is
Yeah.
weird is how many people are for it, and that does lead me to believe that it is a kink. So like, there's people just saying like it's not. It's the best time to start.
I'm going to say also this person has answered this question about 50 times across many different Quoras. And no joke, like I'm scrolling through her profile and like every other one is like, I was spanked until I was 24.
Like,
Damn.
please find Pornhub.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Just like find
you think
or a
it's-
forum or like FetLife. There's so many outlets other than going on Quora.
It might be too easy for them now. Maybe they just like, it's too
the thrill.
simple.
It's absolutely the thrill of like
Yeah.
thrusting your kink upon other people.
Yeah.
But like,
I like
Grow
to
up.
imagine when they were 25, they kind of turned things around. You know what I mean?
maybe when they were 24, their stepdad spanked them because they wouldn't stop posting nonsense on Quora.
You're diluting the community feed. You think that's funny?
Here's a Quora one. Have we read this before? Have you ever made an entire movie theater laugh?
Oh, no.
This is just a
Well, you're not supposed to
wholesome-
make a movie theater laugh, are you?
I don't
The
think
movie's
so.
supposed to make the movie theater.
I will say at one time I was in a movie. I was watching what was it? Batman v something. One of the Suicide Squads or whatever. And there's a scene.
What a Batman's Friends is doing.
There's a scene where Amanda Wallace is like, "What are you gonna do if Superman shows up and rips the roof off the White House and kills the president?" And some guy just yelled, "Can't do shit," and everyone cracked up, and it ruled. And then some other guy kept trying to do jokes too the whole movie, and everyone was like, "You suck."
You will never be the guy who says can't do shit.
No, yeah. It was in the Williamsburg movie theater, and everyone was very happy about it.
That guy's the
man.
funniest one.
I ate shit once.
No.
Yeah, and I made a theater laugh.
Oh, so you didn't? I thought you were saying you bombed at first.
No, she
that
was
you
saying she
I
fell
mean,
down the
I
stairs.
fell. Okay,
Yeah.
that's better. That's better than like you're in a movie, you yell something, and someone's like, "That's not funny."
Yeah.
Was it like when you knocked the water over where you went, ah?
That's exactly what happened.
What was the movie?
It was what was the one that just came out? Like In the Heights.
Oh, sure.
That
Yeah.
is a funny movie to fall
It's
down
an
the stairs at.
extremely funny movie to fall during.
Yeah, that's pretty
Because
good.
everyone's dancing, everyone's like in amazing shape.
Everyone's
like,
navigating stairs flawlessly.
flawlessly, and I just eat it.
And everyone cracked up?
Oh man, people were laughing, and then I I was getting up to go to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And so then I was so embarrassed.
It's a long movie, too.
It's a long movie, and I hurt myself.
Damn.
I was injured.
That's the worst.
And then I skedaddled off to the bathroom as fast as I could and locked myself in a stall so I could calm down and literally nurse my wounds. And then I heard a bunch of teenagers come in and go, "Did you guys see that lady fall?"
Oh.
How did you find me?
That actually made it better.
Yeah.
That's
That's
wild.
what tipped it over from me being sad about it to me being like, all right, that's pretty funny.
I haven't had the experience of hurting myself and everyone else laughs so much since I was 6 years old.
I've had that before. When I played tennis once when I was 15 or whatever, the perfect age to be embarrassed by stuff.
Yeah.
I was wearing those pants that had
You were
buttons.
so good at it back then.
I was so good at it. I was wearing pants that had buttons all on the side, and I as I was running across the court, a button got caught on a net, and I tripped, and my pants flew 15 feet from me.
That's funny.
That's
organically.
comedy.
They should
That's
put that in a
comedy.
movie theater.
None of the kids laughed.
You gotta do that.
None of the kids laughed. All of the parents laughed.
I'm laughing now.
It was deeply embarrassing.
Oh no! And then were you chasing after him my parents?
I was like, "Oh no!" And then someone, I think a girl too, picked them up for me and gave them to me so I could put them back on.
I thought you'd want these.
And I had to button them
pants.
up. So, you had to button them up and then put them on because they're just a flat pants.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard happen to a person.
yeah.
When I wanted tearaway pants, this
Yeah.
wasn't what I meant.
Yeah, don't wear underwear underneath those. Boxer briefs.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm lucky to still be alive.
Okay.
Oh, should I read out what this person did to make their movie theater laugh?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
totally
yeah,
forgot we were
please.
even doing that.
This guy says, my wife did. We were watching X-Men Days of Future Past, and the scene where Hugh Jackman gets out of bed naked came on the screen. My wife says in a not quite soft enough voice, well, that's worth the $8 right there. Almost every woman in the place said, uh-huh. and the whole place burst out laughing.
Wow, a coordinated,
Yeah.
That's much rarer than a whole laugh.
I would think I'm in a cult if that happens.
Then everyone said, yes, sir. And we all laughed.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
I'll have what she's having, they all said. Yeah, this is the most lie-heavy thread I think we've ever
It's
found.
extremely Reddit. Yeah. All the top comment just says, your wife is awesome.
Or that didn't
Upvote
happen.
for wife.
That never happened.
It's true.
Up Quora for wife. So many great answers in this one. This is what I found on the train, which I just thought was a really good question. I didn't read any of the answers, but it's, can you get pregnant having softcore sex?
Okay, that's an amazing question.
What does that mean?
Softcore is usually a movie category. I don't think you can actually do something, which is like just kissing close up.
If you're nice to the girl, can she still get pregnant?
If you're a man wearing a white button-down shirt, can the wind blow that open? I think softcore by definition you can't get in there, right? You can't get in there, right?
I don't
Is that
know.
softcore?
Or is it softcore like you
don't
go
know.
in, but there's like a sheet that's. Oh, so you know the scene in The Room where Tommy
Yeah,
Wiseau
I've seen
has
it.
sex, but you see, well, I guess you see his like whole ass.
You do see a lot of his ass in that
But you
movie.
don't see insertion. Is that softcore sex?
When I saw it, I was like, well, that's worth the $8.
Everyone else said. Everyone else said is my new favorite thing.
I have no idea, but I guess I always thought of softcore as just missionary with like no genitals shown. Like
Yeah.
just butts.
Which is, well, that's the movie of softcore. But if you're doing missionary, is that hardcore? Because then you are having sex. This is what I'm wondering.
I think
is
you
what
got to
the people
see
wanna
stuff
know.
going in. I think you got to see genitals touching.
I think you
have
gotta
to
see,
see it.
you gotta see him touch.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's softcore.
If I
Yeah.
close my eyes, could she get pregnant?
Yeah, I don't know. If you have a really long body,
If you're Gumby and you're impregnating your girlfriend.
Now I'm
This
just
guy gave a-
imagining hanging out with a bunch of like porn people and
Sure.
like all the hardcore people being like the same way that people in like who are into metal bands make fun of people who like emo.
Right,
Like,
right.
You only like softcore.
Oh my
you
God.
even do hardcore.
Hey, the money's right.
Your genitals don't touch.
Softcore, I think, has been eliminated from the culture since we've been alive.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
probably
think
That
true.
does
anybody
not
does
exist.
softcore
Softcore
anymore.
specifically made for premium television
Right.
after midnight.
Yeah.
People have like romance novels. I think that's maybe the closest you can get still. Because there's nothing hardcore
Sure,
about a novel,
yeah,
is
yeah.
there? It's always
No.
a cracking good read.
I guess. I mean, they could describe it. They could describe hardcore porn.
There they were, fucking blowing it.
They touched, and
Yeah.
then they touched again.
It has
The
that,
genitals kept touching.
it has that illustration from Quora I sent you earlier.
Yeah, with the coming
Written
penis.
into the book.
I don't want to read this guy's whole answer, by the way, but,
Yeah, but
he
he's
does give a
like,
weird
no.
thing where he was like saying like, well, technically, even if you just like grind, you could get pregnant because sperm can soak through clothing. It's like, no, what?
I would.
If you're in a hot tub and you do it in the butt, like, and you're wearing loose pants, she can still get pregnant.
If you're grinding and your sperm soaks through the clothing, you don't need to have normal sex. That's better than any
You should go to a
experience.
doctor. You have too much sperm. Your sperm is too powerful.
You have to donate your body to science at that point. Okay, well that was informative for me, I think.
Sure.
Maybe do one more. I
Yeah.
think?
Do you have
Yeah,
one
that
more you want to do?
works.
And then we'll ask a question.
Yeah.
We'll call it a podcast.
Okay, we could do
Try to
one.
think of a short one.
Okay. Is the 9/11 memorial haunted?
Nope.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I feel like we also did that one.
No, we never did that one.
Okay. Well, I think it is. If a child is born without any interaction with other humans for 18 years, what language does he or she speak? Okay. This is
Oh.
in Forbidden Knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge.
Nah. I think it's English.
I think it's got to be
It's gotta
English.
be.
It's God's tongue.
Come on, English.
It's the natural tongue of all things.
I'm more interested, like, how do they think?
Yeah.
Like, what language did they think it?
I've always heard that if you have no interaction, then your brain doesn't develop, and you
Yeah, that makes sense.
are essentially like a vegetable.
That's so sad for this pretend person.
Okay, so the picture here is like a cartoon engraving.
Sure, that's a funny way of saying like a medieval painting is a cartoon.
Yeah, it's some crayon drawing.
I think it's Peter Griffin
What we have here is an ancient Peter Griffin.
with an eagle.
So it says he was Frederick II, Holy Roman Emperor.
I think it's the second.
In the 13th century, Frederick asked a similar question and conducted experiments to determine the answer. He wondered if they would speak Hebrew, which should be their first language, Greek, Latin, Arabic, or the language of their parents. He ordered the children and newborn nurse to an isolated location. The nurses had to feed the children but not interact with them, and specifically not talk to them. However, Frederick never found the answer to this question, as the children without human interaction died.
That makes sense.
So they die. I was right before. I didn't
Okay.
really need to
Did
look
they
it up.
like? Do you think that when they said no interaction with other humans, they like forgot to feed them?
No, because you can feed them, but they're just like they're like, wait, let me tell you my favorite TV show.
It's a terrible answer.
What
for
if
this
you
question.
What if you called drawings Peter Griffins? There's that-
We should make a movie about these children rising
yeah.
up
Yeah,
and destroying this man.
I was about to say I'd
Yeah.
love to make a movie about these children, but by definition, nothing happens to them.
yeah,
They're
Pretty
kinda
boring movie.
kind of
till
like
the
Buried with Ryan
end.
Reynolds.
They're set to cook, is what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like 21 hours, but but of a baby being alone, not James Franco trapped
Oh
under a
yes,
rock.
yes.
Oh.
Did I get the number right? Is it
Oh,
21
yeah,
hours?
yeah, you were not at all correct.
What was it?
it's
17
27.
hours? 27 hours?
I thought it was 100 something for some reason.
We all
It's
understand.
185,000 hours.
I thought it was 124, but maybe I'm
James
totally wrong.
Franco was in real life
it's
trapped
27
under
hours.
rocks.
It's 127 hours.
I was not even a little close. I thought it was so much
This
easier
is
for
worse
him.
than when I spilled the water.
I hate to be like this, but 27 hours. I mean, who cares even? That's like a day.
So I sawed my arm off after half a day.
It'd be great.
36 minutes.
Yeah. Might as well saw my arm off.
Yeah, just looking at this, I can tell I gotta saw this up.
Screw it.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
No,
He jacks off in it, like halfway through. Like a few hours in, he's like, might as well jack off.
I could see myself doing that.
Watching it or jacking off like 16 hours in?
If you're alone for that long, I mean, the panicked human mind. Whom
Yeah.
among us really? Who will cast the first stone at innocent actor? I
do it
forgot
last
space
too.
on his name. It's the end of the day, folks. Go
Yeah.
easy
What do
on
you?
me.
What do we have any questions we want to ask for Quora before we call it a day?
Oh, yeah. Let's ask Quora.
Do you have a question?
If we just pick a topic, we can brainstorm this out.
Ask people why there's so much fetish stuff. Be
Okay.
Like, why would you
Okay,
come
yeah,
on
that's the
Quora
question.
and ask a question that is specifically designed to appease your kink when you could simply watch porn?
See, here's the thing is, though, it's like the whole thing is the title. So I think it's just, why is there so much fetish stuff on Quora?
I'm gonna say, why is there so much fetish content on Quora?
That's a good improvement.
Just Google and watch porn.
Okay. Who are we going to tag in that? So here's the thing about Quora is you got to like get people involved
Oh.
with your question.
Tag the guy who his stepdad spanked until they were 24.
Oh.
Yeah. How do we
Laura.
find that person? Where was she? I'll find her. I will
Yeah,
absolutely
search and
tag her.
enhance. Well, that's going to be Jeremy's going to do that. We can get right on into the end of the show here. And Sam, thank you for coming on Quora Raiders.
Thank you for having
the
me.
number one show for finding out what is Quora. I don't know what it is. And the listeners want to know, where can they find you at home?
You can find me on all social media at Samly Matters, SAMLYMATTERS.
Okay, that's easy and fun. Look up Sam. Did you find the perv? Did you find the perv to tag?
Find the perv.
Find me the perv.
Bring us the perv.
I will not rest until the perv is at my feet.
I found her, but I'm trying to figure out how to tag. Oh,
Yeah, tag her
I
stepdad.
tagged her. I genuinely tagged her.
Okay, good. For real, for real. Yeah,
I'm
she'll
very
just be
excited.
like, there
I'm
aren't.
excited.
Yeah.
I feel a little messy.
Yeah, we called her out.
Yeah, well, honesty is the best policy, and that's something we always say here on Quora Raiders. So until next time, keep quarring.
That's pretty good.
I like it.